Do you want to have peak energy levels all day? Then this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing with you my high performance morning routine to conquer the day, to reach peak energy levels and to maintain them throughout the day, whatever business is throwing at you. Whether you're traveling, whether you have back-to-back meetings, or, it's just one of these days. So now I'm going to share with you my 4-step high performance morning routine to reach peak energy levels and maintain them all the way through. Let's get right into it. Step number 1, a high performance routine already starts the night before. If you want to have peak energy levels, then you need to align your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is essentially a definition for your inner clock. And if your inner clock is misaligned, you'll be having these energy fluctuations throughout the day because your body thinks, oh, it's nighttime or it's daytime, when it's actually the opposite. So firstly, go to bed at the same time every night. Ideally, set an alarm where your bedtime is scheduled in your agenda. Everybody has a wake-up alarm, but nobody has a go-to-bed alarm. So set yourself a time by which time you can be in bed on a daily basis. Of course, there are going to be exceptions, but on most days, on 80% of the days, try to adhere to that time. Secondly, have a wind down routine with calming activities. Nothing is worse than going to bed with your head just like working like a machine. You're thinking about projects, you're thinking about the client, you're thinking about the promotion or whatever it is. You need to calm down. You need to set the tone for going to bed and having a good recovery. And the wind down routine can look very simple, such as reading a simple book that is not about business or something else, talking to your loved ones, spend time with your kids, or even watching something on Netflix. But then you just have to make sure you implement that too. Avoid the blue light. So set your screens. The blue light that is coming out of screens and out of bright lights will disrupt your circadian rhythm, will interrupt your melatonin secretion, and will give your body basically the signal it's daytime, stay awake, it's not rest time. How to avoid that is on your desktop, on your phone, there's a function called the night shift or the night mode. Switch that on, make it automatically always go on around 7, 8, 9 p.m. but just make it consistent so that once the night comes closer, you start already like setting up your body for rest. On most TVs, you actually can't do that. And for that reason, these bad boys are very useful. Blue light blocking glasses, I don't wear them for fashion. I wear them for utility. Once you've experienced the benefits of wearing these and how much of an impact this can have on your sleep quality, you never want to live without these again. So whenever you have late night work, make sure you at least protect your eyes from the blue light and signaling your body, hey, we still want to get to sleep soon. And then also super important to avoid is stimulants like caffeine. Caffeine will objectively have a massive impact on your sleep quality. Even if you say, oh, I can have a coffee and go to sleep immediately, it will have an objective impact on your sleep because caffeine is active in your body 8 up to 16 hours. So what I want you to do is stop your caffeine, your coffee consumption, the latest by 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I stop mine around noon because it just helps me get a more productive sleep. And lastly, this is a little bit more optional, could be supplements such as L-theanine, magnesium glycinate, and a few others. What could be also a useful tool, especially when you're traveling and changing time zones, could be melatonin. Keep in mind, it's an over-the-counter sold supplement, but it's still an active hormone in your body. It can be a very useful tool, but most people who use it actually use it the wrong way. So just use melatonin as a tool for optimization rather than having it as a basic stack. So now that we set up our night, all these factors will contribute to a productive sleep quality. Because yes, quantity is important, but it's also very important how you spend the time. And that's also, by the way, why I use these. These are here to open your nasal airways and help you get more oxygen throughout the night. I made a little bit more of an explanation about this in my sleep apnea video. If you haven't checked that, highly recommend it. But these basically just help me to get enough oxygen into my system and to recover better. Now that we have set up our night smoothly, it's time to go into the morning. Step number 2. This is how you kickstart your day and wake up energized. Wake up at the same time every single day and don't snooze. Snoozing is for pussy. Right after that, expose yourself to a very bright environment. Most people say like,
oh, I need time to wake up and all of that. That's why I keep it a little bit dark.
That's actually counterproductive. You want to signal your body it's daytime, it's wake up time. Let's fucking go. And that's why you should like immediately expose yourself to bright light. And that's also why I have one of these here. Because let's say you wake up at a time in the morning where the sun is not out. You still want to expose yourself to as much light as possible. And in that situation, something like that can come in very handy place. This is a therapy light, which basically is here for people who live in areas where there's not that much sun for during the winter times. And this will help you also, like, of course, get more light, simulate a little bit more sunlight. Of course, it's never going to be a replacement for sunlight. But if you wake up before the sun rises, something like that can be a cool tool to also set your circadian rhythm in the morning. Just make sure when you get one of these that they have at least 10,000 lux, because that's required just to have like proper light. And then of course, just like switch on all the lights in your apartment where you live. That will also help. Now after that, wash your face, ideally with cold water. That's going to help you wake up. And then on top of that, if you're a real badass, take a cold shower. I can promise you one thing. Once you master your mind and be able to step into a cold shower first thing in the morning while it's cold outside, or while you're just like, you're not feeling like it, right? Who feels for a cold shower in the morning?
No thanks.
You're going to master your mind. You're going to overcome challenges, and that will set the tone for the rest of the day. The health benefits of a cold shower are not that clear, but the mental edge that you will get from that is unmatched. Now, step number 3, the high performance morning habits. These habits will wake your body up further and get you going. Firstly, essential, hydrate right away. Your body has been dehydrated the whole night, and before you get to your morning coffee or anything like that, get 500 milliliters of water into your system. This will wake up your organs, this will get your metabolism going, and this will hydrate your body like it's supposed to be. The next thing is a little bit more optional, things such as meditation and breath work. I do both of them most of the days. I don't like to overcomplicate it. I just use these apps like Breathwork and Calm because they have guided meditations and guided sessions in there that make it super easy for me, and they just take like 3 to 5 to 10 minutes max. And I can tell you one thing, if you've been consistent with these two for a little while, it can make a really, really big improvement in your general well-being, in your performance, and your mental health. So give it a try. And then thirdly, movement. Get going. It can be a workout. It can be also something super simple like a 10-minute walk in the morning, where you just want to get the blood flow going. You want to warm up your body. You just want to get going, because that's going to also set momentum. You're going to feel better. You want to get oxygen while you walk into your face, into your system. That will help further wake your body up and reach peak energy levels. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a workout or anything like that. Start small, a 5-minute, maybe 10-minute walk every single morning. Stay consistent with that for at least 2 weeks, and that will guarantee you will see massive differences. And now step number 4, fuel for performance, eat with purpose, and nourish your body like an athlete. High performance fuel is not only reserved for athletes and similar, but also for high performing professionals. If you're a CEO, a senior executive, or anything close to that, you will need to fuel your body for the best of your ability. Because look at yourself like a sports car. You can have the best engine in the world, you can have the nicest design, but what's going to happen if you fill into that Lamborghini some cheap ass fuel? You may be going to drive for a little bit, but at some point you're going to run into issues, your engine's going to go down, and you're going to stay still. So to fuel your body correctly, do these things. Don't skip breakfast. This intermittent fasting hype is just unnecessary, and it has not been shown to actually help people with their performance. It doesn't mean you have to stuff your face with a ton of stuff in the morning, but you need some fuel to fuel your brain, to fuel your body, to fuel your decisions, and make sure you perform at your best. Keep your breakfast light. You don't need a ton. High protein plus some fruit is everything you need. This can look as simple as 0-fat Greek yogurt with a few berries, as simple as a protein shake with some additional fruits or something else that is just like high in protein, not too high in fat, and has a lot of fiber. Because high protein and high fiber, this is what performance fuel is. And then add to that more water. One of the main reasons why people are having headaches, not feeling good, overeat, and perform worse is because they're simply not hydrated enough. If you're a man that weighs above 80 kilos or something like that, you should minimally drink 3 liters of water a day. Depending on your size, even closer to 3.5 and 4 liters on the days that you're active. And now, after you completed these 4 steps, it's time to get going. It's time to go to your task. It's time to make shit real. Try this strategy now out for at least a week, and I will promise you, you will see your energy levels reach a new height, and your energy levels will also stay peak levels for most of the day. So now take some notes, put it on your fridge, be reminded about it, and execute. And in a week time, you'll be a new man. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. I'm always happy. I'm going to personally look at them. If you haven't done so, connect with me on LinkedIn or on Instagram. Always happy to have an exchange. There you can then also subscribe to my newsletter, where I share more time-efficient and effective strategies for high-performing professionals, maximizing their health and their performance. So hope you enjoyed this video. Robbing out.